Alright, welcome back to Cooking with Coupel, the only YouTube channel that offers low-carb cuisines, and oh, look at this. Oh, perfectly seasoned memes. Today, I'm going to be giving you guys a beginner's guide to cooking amazing steaks at home so you can flex on all your friends and stop buying terrible steaks from chain restaurants. So, let's get in the kitchen. Beer choice for this video, I've gone with 312 Wheat Ale by Goose Island Brewing Company. Super easy beer. It's also about 11 in the morning, so
cheers, I'll drink to that, bro.
Can't get a little too crazy. This is just a beautiful, easy drinking wheat beer. Ooh, kind of poured that perfectly there, huh? All right. Super light, super drinkable. Nice balance of hop bitterness and malt. Honestly, it's just a good. It's only a 4.2% alcohol, 18 IBUs, so low bitterness, just a very approachable kind of beer, and it's just gonna be perfect for this episode. Okay, let's get on with the steak. First things first, when you are choosing your steak at your supermarket or a butcher, if you're just making it at home, typically you want to look for New York strip is always good, ribeyes are fine as well. If you got it like that, and while it's fat, you can go for a porterhouse, hanger steak, filet mignon, you know. But today we're going to be just dealing with ribeye. Before you get all gung-ho and getting your pan heated up, first what you want to do is take your steak out of the fridge and let it come up to room temperature. You really only need about 20 to 30 minutes. I like to give it a full 30. What you're trying to achieve by taking it out 30 minutes earlier is 1, to let it come up to room temp. Oh my God. 2, to draw out a lot of its moisture. And to do that, we're going to pretty liberally salt each side of the steak. Don't be shy, because this is going to be a lot of the flavor on this. This is a pretty good thick cut of steak, so you're definitely going to want to make sure you've got enough salt on there, both sides. You could technically add your pepper at this point too. I usually just add the pepper right before it goes in the pan. Right now, we're just focusing on getting the salt on there. The salt is going to bring up a lot of the moisture, and then after that 30 minutes, you'll be able to pat it dry. So for now, we're going to let this set aside, and let's go over our seasonings, our flavors. Yeah. So there are really only 5, 6 counting the oil, things that you need to make really good steak. Oil, you want something that has a very high smoke point. In terms of herbs, you have the choice between thyme and rosemary. I usually go with thyme, so fuck up. Whoa. No, rosemary's fine. Rosemary's a lot stronger, so when you use it, use it a little sparingly. Unless you love rosemary, then it's on you. I personally love thyme. I've got 2 cloves of garlic here, 2 tablespoons of butter, salt, and pepper. Really, the only prep that's needed is to take your garlic and just fucking... Yeah, there you go. Just give it a good... And that's it. So yeah, that's really all you're gonna need to flavor your steak and make it taste amazing. Make it taste just as good as a fucking, Okay, it's been about 30 minutes, and I would say this has been plenty of time for our steak to rest and come up to temperature. You can definitely see it's shimmering a lot more, so a lot more moisture has been pulled out. What you want to achieve when cooking steak is the least amount of moisture as possible so you can get a nice crust while you're searing at a higher temperature. Just pat it dry, and again, just get all the moisture off of there. Okay, on to the next step. Let's get cooking. Okay, right now we've got everything set up and ready to go. We've got a cast iron skillet on our burner, which is at high heat. You specifically want to use cast iron. It's going to retain a lot more heat while you're cooking the steak, in case there is some kind of temperature difference. So that is the reason why we let this come up to temperature. So once this gets around room temperature, it's not going to be putting cold meat into a hot pan, which is going to lower the temperature overall. So you'll get better results by having room temp meat go into a hot pan. Again, you'll be able to create a much better sear, much better crust on there. So now that we have all this set up, we'll go ahead and let this come to temperature. Once you see it start smoking, you know you're pretty much ready to go. So, all right, let's do it. While it's heating up, let's go ahead and get some pepper on our steaks. Flip it over. the other side as well. Okay, I think we're at a point now we can go ahead and get our high smoke point oil into our pan. Okay, I can already see it smoking, so we're gonna go ahead and throw it on. That's a good sound. You definitely want to hear that nice sizzle. Keep an eye on your time. So you're gonna let this go for about 2 minutes and 30 seconds to 3 minutes, depending on the thickness of the steak. If there's any extra sound, it's because I'm gonna open the window for the cooking process. Don't move it around too much. Just let it sit in the pan. Let it do its work. You're not really gonna help it by flipping it constantly or moving it around. Just let it sit. Okay, now is a good time. We can go ahead and give it a flip. And you can see we did achieve a nice sear on there. After about 30 or 60 seconds, you can then add your butter, thyme, and garlic and begin basting your steak. As soon as the butter is melted, you can go ahead and tilt your pan towards you, and with a spoon, you can begin basting the top of your steak. At this point, we'll go ahead and sear the fat cap and the side just for about 10-15 seconds each side. And we'll go ahead and get this onto a plate. Alright, so those are done. I'm going to let those rest for about 5 to 7 minutes. Then I'm going to show you guys the appropriate way to cut and serve them. So, I'll meet you guys in a minute. So our steaks have officially been resting for about 5 to 7 minutes. The reason why you want to do this is so that it gives the time for the juices to redistribute and be reabsorbed by the fibers in the steak. If you were to cut it too soon, you would lose a lot of that moisture and it would be a lot more tough. So what I'm going to show you now, you could obviously take this steak, put it on a plate with some sides and serve it up. I feel like that's how most steakhouses do it. But if you want to slice it and plate it yourself that way, that's what I'm going to show you how to do. What you want to look for is look for which way the fibers are running. If they're running horizontal, you want to cut vertical, or vice versa. This way you're not biting into long strands of fibers, but multiple ones going up and down. And you should be able to see that right there, how the fibers are running up and down. We'll go ahead and cut along that, or against that. So you can see I've got a good amount of pinkness in there. Definitely cooked it to a nice medium rare, which is personally where I prefer it. But yeah, this is the best way to cook, cut, and eat steak. I'm actually going to finish this with a little bit of just a nice smoked salt here. And let's go ahead and try a piece. Whew, yeah, Jesus. Ugh. So yeah, there is just nothing better than being able to make your own steaks at home. Save your money and your time for when you go to a really nice steakhouse. It's the perfect date night meal. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you've liked what you've seen today, then like, comment, and subscribe. I'm always up to something. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Go out there, buy some steaks, and make some good food at home. That's what it's all about. So see y'all next time. I love you.